guitar like a superstar. Yeah. And I'm so tired of them playing with me. Yeah, pushing my buttons.
It's week 2 of the National Football League, and there's no love lost between these AFC East foes. It's the Pats and the Bills coming up next.
We are just about 4 miles off the shore of Lake Erie at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the New England Patriots and the Buffalo Bills. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at the Patriots. Their offense is one that doesn't rely too heavily on just one guy. They like to spread things around as best they can.
You're right about that. It's a diverse unit, and they like to run their offense by what they call game plan, meaning each and every week they study the opponent, they probe its weaknesses, and they move the ball around that way. They emphasize who's going to get it based on what they think they'll accomplish in that game. Other teams, they're a system team. They're going to run what they run no matter what. I like this style of offense. It suits them well.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports from the 10. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So now the Patriots getting set to take over on offense. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this one is incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. They'll set up a throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. The Patriots had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And right now they're probably asking, hey, who did we offend in the scheduling office? Back-to-back road games to start the season.
Yeah, that's a great question. I'll bet someone called the league office to protest, but sometimes it just shakes out that way. But they can get out of the split. Knowing they'll get those home games later in the season, it could be quite an advantage for them if they take care of business now.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. On play action, they'll throw. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he's taken down inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
They able to slither by. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And the Patriots are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field. And just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Glenn. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Patriots have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
And they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. But whatever they said appears to have worked. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 7-0. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. And leading them out, their signal caller now in his 4th season in the NFL.
Every quarterback in the NFL has a little bit of his own signature style out there, but for this guy, he really plays the game in a different way. It's led to a couple double takes from us up here as we see him as something truly unique. It's not that he's just the strongest passer or the best athlete to ever play the position. He just has a certain way of seeing the action, and it allows him to make some special plays out there.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 32-yard line.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up
2nd and 5. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 43. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That's complete to Robinson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he gets it down to the 32. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football, as they've got it with 2nd down and less than a yard. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. You end up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
2nd and 14. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Burns. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 4th down. And now the field goal team on for Buffalo. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. So here are the Patriots to take over. They were losers a week ago to Arizona, but they're on top here as they start this drive with a 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Flush to his right. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He finds his man, complete. It's Burns. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Here's 2nd and 8. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. On 4th down, Sean McDermott trots the field goal unit out there. From the right, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
New England's offense set to go. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29.
Roughing the tackle, defense.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. This is Neal. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. Again, it's Neal as they stay on the ground. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. That'll be a New England 1st down and gain of 12. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Back to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? They'll look to throw again. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Goodwin. Touchdown, Patriots. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Patriots will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a New England touchdown. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bills going to take over now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. 2nd and 6. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 3rd down, they'll try and pick it up with a counter. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? The Bills send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Patriots take over. The Pats going to get one final possession in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him. Why?
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Second and 1. He finds his man, complete. That's Glover. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
New England.
He'll look to throw. And this one complete to Smith. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, this from 33. And his kick is indeed good. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So good work there to get points just before the half as they add on to their lead.
As trite as it sounds, every little bit helps. That's exactly what they're going for. Anytime you get a chance to put points on the board, you take it.
And they didn't leave the other side with much time at all on the clock. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. So at halftime, it's the Patriots with the advantage. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. Let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Time now for a look at the next-gen stats for New England in that first half. And their offense has been in top form so far, especially their passing game, as it's helped push them out to this big halftime lead. Meanwhile, for the Bills, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this deficit.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. From the 6. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. As they begin their second half here, Charles, offensively, not where they want to be. Obviously, they're losing in this ball game, but very much within striking distance. We'll see what adjustments they make in the second half.
Is that the old glass half full, half empty type of a deal? Which way do you want to look at it? Because you're right, they're down on the scoreboard, but they're definitely opportunities now, because if they want to go ahead and get going in this one, get back to the running game. I think there are going to be some places to go with it, and I think the offensive line will appreciate the chance to fire out and hit people.
That's a good point, because they virtually had nothing going in the ground game in that first half. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you could have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw here. Wide open receiver complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now first and 10. They're going to look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. And he's got his man on the out route.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. He was trying to do anything he could to get that final little bit for the first down. Instead, he lost the ball.
Yeah, and he was short of the first down, but not by much. Trying his best, as you noted, to get there. Sometimes that extra effort can cost you.
So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2.
And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
And this one is right through. And that'll make this an 8-point game.
So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does because now they stay within shouting distance. So that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. And that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
They go play action here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Complete to number 49. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 30-yard
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Burns. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Second and goal from the 1. Here we go now with Smith. And he'll get him. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great play there. His first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bills are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
They'll look to throw. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He finds his man. Complete. It's Neal. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 4. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Now back to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Fielded at the 20. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo set to get the football back here.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Defensively, they were in the 3-4. Solid run up the middle. What made it successful?
Well, what you have to do is control the nose guard, but sometimes you don't do it by blocking him. You do it by influencing him. Get him moving to one side or the other and hit him back on the opposite.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll set up a throw. He finds his man. Complete. That's Burns. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Looking to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Past the 20. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Patriot offense back out, getting set to go. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the fourth quarter. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
They'll set up to throw.
Caught on the slant. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Pats have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Well, nothing complicated about that. That's old-school power football.
And effective. And that's the key to everything, right? Sometimes we try and do too many things. Just hand it to the big guy and let him go forward.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Buffalo offense back out ready to go. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They'll look to throw here. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19. Inside handoff, Smith. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw. Over the middle to Smith. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. They'll run with Smith. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
That was 4th and what we would call long in that situation, wasn't it? That wasn't 4th and inches, was it?
No, I mean, you get in those situations 4th and 3, 4th and 4. That's a lot to, what would you say, a lot of pizza left in that box.
It certainly is. Not everyone dove in on that one. In today's NFL, this is a passing down. All right, this is not a running down. That takes a lot of guts to call that play and even better execution.
Eluding, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on 2nd. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack.
It's 2nd and 21. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on 4th down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. They run again with Neal. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. This is Neal. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fielded just inside the 20. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and they will take over 1st and 10. So the Bills now down 24-17, 1:13 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. They'll look to throw. That's complete to Smith. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. He's back to throw. Complete, right back in the hands of Smith. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Back to throw. And this nearly intercepted. Probably should have been. Had he caught it, it would have sealed it. Instead, one more chance coming up on 4th down. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. So that's the 2nd time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for New England, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers.